Alright, you saps, you want to join the military. This is Sergeant Gokai's survival tips for surviving certain situations when you're on the battlefield. Today we'll be experimenting and understanding a survival situation when you have had your airplane shot down and you're trying to sneak past enemy lines. So, as you can see,
The bird was busted. She
I'll
buried
let
her
this
nose in
soldier
no man's land a half
tell
mile
his
due
tale.
west of where I went down. Wilson, the poor sap, didn't make it out. But that was his bad luck. I had more pressing problems.
as you can see, we have a German about 25 yards, not feet, and he has no ears because I just fell out of a tree, and he doesn't even notice. Like I said, survival situations are very desperate times. Have to be ready for anything. Use all your surroundings. For example, this bullet casing. You want to use it to, distract them. Like that. As you can see, the Germans are not very intelligent as they fall for this every single time. Now, in normal combat situations, you want to use a knife, but I like a shovel. Now, obviously, you want to crouch, reduce your profile, stay silent, and you want to make a good battle call whenever you kill him. Caw! Like I said, none were the wiser. And as you can see, we have a sidearm that we could have killed him with, and no one notices my very obvious thing. Also, you want to make sure that your gun's fully loaded, 5 rounds. Now then, we must sneak to friendly lines. That is not a friendly. If you can see him through your iron sights, he's not friendly. Caw! Alright, now all survivalists must know how to spot their enemies and remember exactly where they are and listen to them perfectly for whenever they move. And a little strategy you can learn is just spamming R1 while looking back and forth. And you pick your target, iron sight, and shkabloosh kablooey. And obviously, you can see where the enemies are, because there's a little yellow diamond that kind of highlights them. And it's a clean shot. Simple as that. Now, obviously, there's this suppressed pistol here, Silence is perfect, but I'm an American. I use a revolver. Oh, and as you can see, this is what you do whenever someone sees you. You shoot them. Oh. And as you can see, you can clearly spot them now that they have revealed their position to you, and pick them off one by one. Now remember, silence is always important, but sometimes it feels good just to cap a few of them. As you can see, I've had many tours in this country, so I know a thing or two about peeking around corners and seeing invisible people. Now, sometimes you can also do this thing called a bayonet charge and stab them. Oh, I didn't say caca. You didn't see anything. Like I said, you're just always ready for everything, Nothing to surprise you. Now, when going through trenches, you just want to move as fast as humanly possible, just so that you can ignore everyone else and occasionally get a bayonet charge in. As you can see, there are people over here. We're just going to go ahead and shoot one in the face. The other one right there. Didn't shoot the third.
Hopefully,
missed that shot.
Most of them would be coming
I hit him, didn't kill him.
Hopefully.
They have apparently decided to shoot themselves. Now, whenever you run out of ammo and there's more enemies to kill, all you need to do is just pull out your handy-dandy sidearm. Like I said, sidearms are key. If you don't carry a sidearm, you won't live long in the war. Also, make sure you pick up your opponent's ammos, because, they won't need them if they're dead. You can also disable alarms, for some reason. Now, I am always the fan of the machine gun, but I like me a good old-fashioned bolt-action rifle. And running at people. Dash! In a few seconds just to reload it. And, grenades are always sometimes useful. Oh, hello. And as you can see, I killed 2 of them with 1 bullet. Always make sure your sidearm's reloaded. And make sure you know how to actually use a gun, unlike this sack. And remember, if you're carrying a grenade, always remember to throw it. Whenever you throw a grenade, sometimes reload your gun. Like that. Like I said, my survival class will help you survive even the most dire situations. Like running across no man's land, because, you know, people did this back in World War I. And also, making sure your fellow man's okay. By making sure he's dead, so that he doesn't have to suffer.
The dozen German machine guns at my back kinda encouraged me to keep my head down.
Thank you. Whoa, okay, and also make sure you dodge and weave.
Barbed wire.
As you can see, he made it back through the and he's fine. All right, welcome to part 2 of my survival course. In this part, you will learn what happens whenever you crash on top of the Zeppelin and can't really get back down. Now, as you can see, another plane has ripped through the main interior of the Zeppelin. So I'm going to fall in. Luckily, there's some boarding there to help me survive the fall.
Okay? I'm good. I'm okay. Find a way back up top.
My bud is checking me out, making sure I'm good. And my trusty revolver. Now, whenever it's just you and your sidearm, you always want to check your corners. Make sure you hit the deck whenever bullets start flying. You see, this is what happens if you don't have a main arm. Now, I do appear to have a trench knife for all combat scenarios and situations. Now, you see there's this box of a gun. A pretty simple MP18. Not a bad gun. Bullhorn sights. Decent weapon. Automatic. But it can be fired. Oh no, never mind, it can't be fired. Single action lead. In my many tours of Germany, I've learned all the ways of a machine gun. And as you can see, I'm going to seize the flak gun, and I'm going to use it to my advantage. As you see this Zeppelin rising, I'm going to use this flak gun to destroy the Zeppelin. As you can see, I appear to have infinite ammo. As you can see, I'm trying to spread out the damage evenly, but I do want to focus it mostly on the tail, as the tail is the only reason that it still flies. Another good place to aim is the near the front, but not directly at the front. That is also where the main engine is housed. Ah! And as you can see, this German doesn't know when to quit. Which is what my friend is for. He's gonna keep him occupied while I get back on the flak gun. And I shoot down this. I could easily shoot him, but I'm going to aim for the tail, cripple its flying capacities. And now that it's crippled, it's going to explode, even though the engine is in front. And, well, the rest is history.
Wow. What the hell? Wilson.
So, thank you all for joining me on my survival tutorial today. Hope to see you all next time. And now these 3 will hopefully survive.